to Oartalk. I'm here today with Verity Keogh. Good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
We're going to talk about the upcoming PSA Head of the River this weekend. I believe it's the 115th running of the event, Verity.
Yes, it's a long time.
There's
a lot of tradition behind that.
So Verity Keogh is actually the High Performance Development Coordinator for Rowing Australia. Doing a great job, aren't you?
Well, we'll see how we go at Nationals, but we're hoping to get a few under 23s and juniors on the Australian team this year, so that'd be great.
Excellent. Well, let's get on to business. PSA Head of the River this Saturday, 23rd of March. Let's talk about the Year 9s.
Well, as I was saying earlier in the week, I really think that the top end of the Year 9s, Year 9As, Bs and Cs, have been a really high standard of quality. So some great rowing and some really great racing. So the fields in those events have sort of started to come together. And while it'd be fair to say Guildford have been the dominant school,
they have won a few races this year in the Year 9
divisions. They certainly have. In fact, they cleaned up all of the Year 9 events on Saturday at the Aquinas Regatta. However, the 9As have been won by a few different schools, so I think that it comes down.
Hale's been up there a few times.
Hale's won one. Scotch were very close on the weekend, so could come down to the wire.
So what do you like? You think?
Well, I think
Guildford will get across the line in most of the events? Or?
I think in the Year 9s, Guildford have got a very strong program out there, and it's pretty even across the board. So the Year 9 Guildford boys, the ball's certainly in their court.
All right. Maybe we'll just move on to the Year 10 program.
Yep.
So what are you seeing there? What's the history like been of the field?
Okay, so I think the dominant crew there is fair to say that the Aquinas boys and the 10As have really dominated that event. So they're rowing beautifully, they've been coached really well, and they certainly have a lot of confidence. However, in the last event, last weekend, the field was certainly a lot closer with the following conditions, and that event won't be affected by the lane draws, so there could be some weather coming into that event next week. But I would think that Aquinas is certainly the form crew.
Who's the coach down there in the Year 10 crews?
I think it's David Rich. So
okay.
He's looking after those 10As. But the 10As is always a really good race, so traditionally a tight contest with some excellent oarsmanship.
I did see them a couple of weeks ago. They looked like they were rowing nice and long and into the finish.
I think the standard definitely is improving with the boys spending time in the quads. The standard in Year 10 then is starting to be a lot more consistent across the board.
Alright, moving on to our seniors, maybe talk about the second, third and fourth eights to start with.
That's right. Well, I think in the third eights, Scotch have been very strong there, and it's only the second year that I think the fourth eights have run, and it's interesting to see that a couple of the schools have got multiple crews in that fourth eight, so that really shows the depth of those sheds. Particularly, I think Trinity have had 2 crews in the fourth eight on a number of occasions, and Scotch have also fielded more than one fourth eight, so those sheds have certainly got a lot of depth. The third eight have also had the women's youth eight to compete against over the season, and so that's really kept those boys on their toes, having some girls racing in the far lane. So the girls won't be there on the weekend, but I'm sure that the third eight will be a cracking race. And I know that in the second eight, it's been pretty close again across the board, and there'll be a lot of boys that are there either looking to be in the first eight next year or who are having their last row as Year 12s and really leaving nothing out on the river at the end of that race, so that could be an interesting day as well.
The second eight, who's your prediction there?
Well, to be honest, I think that it could sort of open up. I know that the Trinity boys have been pretty strong in that event, but haven't won across the board, so it could be a good race before the big one.
So maybe Trinity just.
I think they could be in there in that race.
I'll hold you to that one.
Oh goodness.
Alright, let's talk first eights. That's what everyone wants to talk about.
That's right, so the big race of the day at the end of the program.
11:45.
That's right, so there's a number of interesting things that come into that event. So both Christchurch and Trinity have won first eight events this year, so in this part of the program. But Christchurch have won the last couple. And certainly,
they look like the form crew going in, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly are rowing very well. They're very disciplined, and when I went out and saw them training, they certainly train like they race. Very disciplined, very straight down the line. So, you know, they've been showing the field a clean set of heels at the moment. But in saying that, Scotch were right on there last week.
Another couple of 100 metres, they might have had them last week.
Yeah, they're certainly coming through nice and strong. So they built that lead down from a length with 500 to go to sort of half a length on the line. So looking good there.
So the race plan from Christchurch always seems to be a bit of a get out in front, stay in front. Is that what they're looking for?
You don't. I'm not the coach, so I can't say what the race plan is, but certainly that's been successful for them. So
who's the coach down there? Simon Cox?
Yeah, Simon's got the first 8 this year. So it's again well run, strong shed.
Good history of results there with
That's
Simon,
right.
that coach.
Yeah. So and they didn't win last year, so I think those boys, the year 11s in that crew, who are now year 12s, would really be looking to make every post a winner. So
Scotch there, coached by Bill Hutton. They've been around the mark the last few years. They might have a decent chance this year.
I think so, and what's interesting about their crew is the stern pair are year 11s. So, you know, they've got some young guys in there who are really fighting hard. So the last 2 or 3 weeks they've really started to move through the pack. So they could be around the mark as well.
So your hot tip for the first 8s, give it to us.
Oh, look, I think that so far Christchurch, the runs are on the board. However, I think we're going to see with the conditions, it's going to be a southeasterly. So the form crews are going to be close to the island, and I think the crowds are really going to bring home those crews, and we could see a real close race.
So you're on Christchurch. I think I might go for Scotch, I think.
You think so? It'd be your first time in 25 years nearly?
Yeah, I think they might just get there. I think it's going to be very close racing.
I think it is, and that's what we like to see.
That is what we like to see. That's what the crowd likes to see. So moving on, the overall trophy for the day, the Hamer Cup. Who do you like there?
Look, I think that Guildford will be in the mix again. They've been very strong in their year 9 crews. Their year 10 crews have been pretty solid. And I think given that they won last year, they'll be out to defend that with their senior crews as well. Some very high standard year 12 leaders in that group, and they'll be out to give that a red hot go. You can't discount the depth though of sheds like Scotch and Trinity. That's
right. I think I'm with you though. I think Guildford might just get across the line in the Hamer Cup. Under 5 points, I think.
It'll be close.
It'll be close. Now the event, first time ever, being streamed by Balcony Media, live in HD.
That's it.
What do you think about that?
I think that's going to bring a whole new dimension to the event. You'll see that people are actually able to appreciate what happens in that first 1,000 metres and see how hard the racing is, see how close it is. And I think that we'll also attract a lot of people who are watching maybe from their other PSA fixtures who can't make it down there on the day, grandparents who can't make it out to the course. So it will bring a whole another level of exposure, but also I think it'll really heighten for the crowd that's there watching it on the big screen the anticipation as those crews come into that last 500.
I definitely agree. I think it's going to be a great thing for rowing in this state. You'll be able to find that link on the Rowing WA webpage. It'll take you straight over to that streaming site. Last year I think we had over 1,200 hits on our website on PSA Regatta Day, so it goes to show that a lot of people are interested in these results.
That's it.
It's definitely one of the marquee events for the PSA, I think, throughout the calendar year.
Yep, you don't get many events where there's the 7 schools, the 7 headmasters, all on show, really competing.
And they all want to win.
They certainly do. Every boy on that line.
School pride will be on the line.
Yeah, we'll be sitting in the starters' hands, dreaming about winning the first 8.
Alright, Verity, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Luke.
That's alright, and we'll see you out there on the weekend.
That's right, and good luck to all the crews that are racing on the weekend. They're doing a great job for rowing in Western Australia.
Good luck to all those crews competing on the weekend.